guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. Guys, I am so freaking excited for today's film. Obviously, I talked about this in my 2019 most anticipated horror films, and I think a lot of you guys are really excited about it too. The thing is, this movie looks like a straight up thriller, and I actually said that in the video, but I looked up today and it's actually a drama mystery horror. So that was a sweet surprise, but it does have a thrilling kind of look to it. And if you've seen the trailer, I do want to say I am going to talk about what's in the trailer because it's just the basic what we need from the story, and I don't know if it's gonna ruin it for anyone going completely blind. This isn't a spoiler review by any means, but it will spoil a plot point if you haven't seen the trailer. The movie stars Isabelle Huppert and Chloe Grace Moretz, and it's about a sweet old lady who happens to leave her bag on public transport. When a young girl finds it and returns it to her, they have a little friendship going on, and then it is revealed that Chloe's character actually finds a whole stash of these bags in her house, showing that this sweet old lady obviously has some sinister intentions. The film is directed by Neil Jordan, who won an Oscar for The Crying Game. I'm not sure what his horror game is like, but I'm eager to find out. The thing about this film though is it could be really cheesy, but the thing about that is if you have been around for a while, you know I'm into cheese. Cheese is my thing, especially with stalking movies. I just love anything stalking, obsessive. I love those kind of films, and this has that all over it. So it could either be a cheesy stalker film, which I could probably really enjoy anyway, or it's gonna have some kind of twist and a meaning behind this woman's intentions that could be more sinister than first thought, and it could twist that way. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know anything else. There's not really much about the film out at the moment, so I'm very excited to take you guys along, keep it spoiler free, and just let you know whether it's worth you checking it out this weekend in the cinema. So let's get to it, guys, because I'm so freaking excited! So one thing I totally forgot to mention is when I went and saw Lords of Chaos, I played the Pet Sematary trailer. If you haven't seen the Pet Sematary, the second trailer, apparently it has a lot of spoilers in there. If you leave a spoiler here, I will literally disown you. But I had to run out of the cinema and I went there by myself. So I just like dropped my stuff and like bolted out of the cinema. So I have a really funny text that you can see on the screen now that my friend who I'm going to see this movie with, I was explaining to her that I might have to do like a run again, and she's telling me that she's gonna tell the whole audience that I had diarrhea, which should be really fun. Hi. You know what I'm gonna say, guys. I just finished watching Greta. Lower your expectations. Man, okay, I'm gonna throw back to my prediction earlier. The thing about this film though is it could be really cheesy, and this has that all over it. So it could either be a cheesy stalker film. Yeah. It is one of those films. It is a film that is a guilty pleasure film that is just a simple thriller movie about a stalker. That's what this movie is. Don't get it twisted. This movie is really interesting because of the casting, and when I go into the story and why I didn't like it or didn't overly enjoy it, you'll understand why maybe the casting was like a little bit off, because I can't imagine so many people would read a script like this and agree to do the film, because there's nothing really special about it. And I felt like at this day and age, like if you're not adding anything new, originality to the table, and it's the same story that's been told before, why even bother? So not only did we have Chloe and Isabelle, we also had Makia Monroe, which you guys will know from It Follows, and then we had Zawar Ashton, who was in Nocturnal Animals with Jake Gyllenhaal, and then she was also in the newer Jake Gyllenhaal film Velvet Buzzsaw. Can I get through this year? through one review without talking about Velvet Buzzsaw. I don't know. But I was very impressed with the cast, and yeah, it's very interesting. A lot of really strong female actresses, so it was kind of bizarre to me. The reason I felt like the film didn't work is because it had tone problems. It was trying to encapsulate some fear within the audience, but then kind of dropped it off a little bit and then picked it up again. I guess it's more of a pacing issue. And with that actually came a lot of plot holes. It felt like they kind of chose different parts they wanted in a story and then kind of strung it all together. It's one of those kind of films, so it didn't really make sense. And if you're not into plot holes in the films and you can't let things go, you're gonna have a real hard time with this film, because I'm not so picky. I know that sometimes I sound like I am because I want to talk about stuff with you, but I'm really not that picky with plot hole kind of situations, especially in like sci-fi movies and horror movies. If you run the wrong way, you run the wrong way. You don't know what you're gonna do in that situation. But with this film, it was so interesting because I don't understand why police weren't there, and certain situations just didn't make any sense. I'm just going to say that without spoiling anything. It just did not make sense. The film is about what we think it's about, and I'm just going to leave it at that, but there's not really a lot to spoil, to be honest. There was a couple of scenes where I was shocked by the lady's behavior, but it does take a nosedive in those situations where it goes from one extreme to very like plateauing and then back to an extreme. So again, the rhythm is just kind of all off. Sure, there's like a little bit of realizations here and there, but it's just silly. Like, it really gets to the point where it's silly, and it has a lot of camera angles that don't make any sense. Like, it feels like it's trying to reveal something to the audience at certain times, but then nothing really happens. Just things don't end, not in a good way or a bad way, they just don't end, and there's a lot of loose ties and a lot of plot holes. The film is riddled with plot holes. It is a very simple thriller stalker movie, and this is the kind of movie I would expect to watch at home on Netflix on like a Friday night, drinking wine by myself, cleaning my apartment. That's what kind of film this is. It's by no means a movie that you should run out and go see anytime soon. I do think that some people might like it, but I think that you will like it because you like these kind of films, not because this film is special in any way. That sounds really harsh, but it's true. But there was one positive to my cinema experience today. Because it was an advanced screening, they decided not to play any trailers. Sometimes they do that at these kind of screenings, and I was so happy because it meant even though I got an aisle seat so I could run out if Pet Sematary started playing, I didn't have to, which was great. That was probably the best moment I had while watching this film. This film, again, don't waste your money. I recommend saving your money and watch this on a streaming device or VOD or DVD when it comes out. But yeah, it's not really worth a cinema trip unless you want an easy watch. The film isn't quite gory, the story isn't very compelling, and it's kind of all over the place, to be honest. That was my thoughts on Greta, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what I'm here for. Have you seen it? What did you guys think? Please leave it below so we can all read and share opinions. I'm here to let you guys know and kind of lower your expectations. So if anything, you are welcome, because I've lowered your expectations greatly, which is a good thing. So if you really like it, I'm happy with that. I hope you guys are having a great day, and if you like videos like this, I have 2 videos a week, so make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when my videos get uploaded. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that, and if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let's hope next cinema trip will be a good one. Obviously, I just saw Lords of Chaos, and that film was fucking fantastic, so I don't really mind too much that this film wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be. The next film though, guys, that we're waiting for is Us, and there will be another Come With Me review on that. I'll probably do a spoiler review and a Come With Me review because that's such a big movie. So make sure you subscribe for that, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. I'll talk to you before that, don't worry. Stay spooky. Bye. Spookier than this film, at least.